What's up, guys? It's Zach, and yes, I am bringing you Black Ops 1 zombie map tier list based off of high rounding enjoyability. Hope everyone's having an amazing day so far. And before we even get started with this video, let me just say something right now. If you count Dead Ops Arcade as high rounding, what the are you even talking about? Get Dead Ops Arcade the off of this list, bro. Goes right into F tier. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. We're gonna go from least enjoyable to most enjoyable. Starting off with the least enjoyable map, I am putting it in F tier. I'm sorry, it's gonna be Verrucht. So yes, this map right here is just a pain in the ass. There is no wonder weapon. The winner's howl doesn't count. If you say that shit counts, you need to go to counseling, because that is just some nonsense right there. So you have no infinite damage wonder weapon, you have no special rounds, aka monkeys or dogs, to get yourself a max ammo for your winter's howl. Oh wait, you can't even get the winter's fury because there's also no pack-a-punch on this map. You are given 2 electric traps, some quick revive, thankfully. That's the only reason this map is even bearable, is having quick revive. And yes, this map is just extremely tight and narrow. It's something that's just so ridiculously painfully hard that no one other than sick individuals in prison enjoy Verrucht high rounding. Coming in at number 8, you have Nocturne Toten. I'm putting this one at D tier in terms of enjoyability. The only thing that's got going for you is having the Thunder Gun. Yes, even though you can't Pack-a-Punch the Thunder Gun, because my god, why didn't the map makers put Pack-a-Punch in the World at War remakes other than riese, of course. But yes, Nocturne Toten is a very slow, very box-inducing nightmare. The world record on this map is only 150, and it's literally just hitting the box for 100+ hours. It is absolutely brain-deadly boring, but it is just slightly more enjoyable than Verrucht because you are constantly training and trading. So, I mean, you're able to keep your attention for slightly bit longer than on the map Verrucht, coming from my experiences personally. Those are the only 2 maps I have in F and D tier, so we're gonna go to our number 7 spot at the very bottom of C tier, and that is going to be Shinonuma. Shinonuma is a very, very interesting map. I personally think just the best version of it is the World at War variation, because you only have 24 zombies per round. They decided to bring it back in Black Ops 1, with the Wonderwaff still being a thing on the map, but you are not able to do the World at War strategy because of that zombie increase. So you are basically relying on training inside of one of the huts and activating the trap as soon as you can. You have guns like the ray gun that could give you drops up until about round 55, because yes, this map also does not have Pack-a-Punch. So you are just given 1 waff, 1 ray gun, and that's just about it. You got to get lucky with the perk spawns as well, because they decided to do random perk spawns, which is still stupid and annoying. And yes, Shinonuma is like the definition of mid. It is a very boring map in the Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 3 variation. Don't even get me started on Vanguard. That was just an absolute disaster. But yes, Shinonuma comes in at number 7 in C tier. And this one might come to a shock. At number 6, at the top of C tier, we have Call of the Dead. Remember, this is just based off of high rounding experience, and my god, Call of the Dead is probably the most annoying high round in zombies history. Until recently, round 100 wasn't even possible on this map, because again, no infinite damage wonder weapon. You're given the scavenger, which is okay till about the low 40s, maybe the low 50s if you are lucky with some max kablamo drops. But this is slightly higher than Shinonuma because you do get Pack-a-Punch, and you do get the Wonderwaff by killing George if you complete the Easter egg. So this map is at least a little bit more bearable, but this map took an absolute turn for the worst based off of the high rounding strategies that was developed last year, and the boy Prompt getting 100+ on the map. The VR11 and the Waff are the only 2 infinite damage wonder weapon, and the VR11 shoots 1 zombie at a time. Like, that is just stupid. There's over 500+ zombies, you know, around 100. So, you know, you have to get like 16 of them just to get through 1 round. It's some garbage. Not to mention you have explosion error, you have box error from the old strategies. This map was just basically meant to play to round 50 and quit while you are still ahead. Coming in at number 6 as we move out of C tier into B tier, and this one also might come to a little bit of a shock. We have Shangri-La coming in at B tier. You do have an infinite damage wonder weapon in the baby gun, or the J2ZWXYZ, whatever the fuck this thing's called. The high round strategy is actually pretty enjoyable if you do the Semtex strategy, where you shoot the baby gun and then you throw a Semtex and kill a horde like that. This is the lowest trade map I believe I have on the list. Unless you want to trade out, I mean, Nocturne Toten obviously is a trade out map. But Shangri-La, the only reason it's in B tier and not any higher is because of the explosion air that you get high rounding. I don't believe around 200 is even doable right now on Black Ops 1. Isn't it 195? I could be wrong about that. But Shangri-La is a very enjoyable map. Is again just another map that is extremely tight and narrow. It is basically just try not to crash simulator on Shangri-La. I do expect there to be a 200 plus on this map in the future, but for now it relies at number 6 on the list. And here we go at the top 5. Coming in at number 5, we have at the very low part of A tier, we have Kino der Toten. This is based off of high rounding. If this was just casual play, Kino would be probably in C tier, maybe even D tier in my personal opinion. But for high rounding, this is very, very enjoyable. You have dog rounds that come every 4 to 5 rounds, making the rounds go by a little bit faster. You have the fire trap strategy. Obviously, you have the thunder gun and the ray gun along with monkey bombs, but you are unable to get drops past round, I think it was like 55 or so, because you remember, you can't use Pack-a-Punch on this map if you're going for the world record, because you have to run no Novas, meaning you can't go to the spawn after buying Quick Revive and turning on the power. If you were to do stage strat the whole game for starters, I pray for you, because that thing is astronomically long. But yeah, Kino der Toten, in terms of high rounding, is very enjoyable. You have the fire trap strat, you have the thunder gun, you have everything they could ever need. Speed Cola, I can't tell you how many times Speed Cola comes in clutch on this map. And yes, Kino der Toten comes in at number 5 at A tier. Coming in at number 4, we have by far the most difficult map out of the remaining 5, and it is the map 5. Coming at the number 4 spot. Unlike Verrucht, you have Pack-a-Punch, meaning you can get the upgraded crossbow, which at least makes the high round strategy at least somewhat doable, because you are able to save yourself if you happen to get cornered, which is very possible on this map. You are running around in the spawn like a main lunatic, like the boy Jermaine Cubes, who has the world record on this map at 241. You have dock rounds every 4 to 5 rounds to get that crossbow ammo refueled, so you don't have to go trade out the crossbow 8,700 times. But yeah, 5, very enjoyable. You have boss rounds. The high round strategy is very difficult, but it is fun. That is the difference between 5 and Verrucht. You're not ever having fun on Verrucht. You are constantly sweating. On 5, you have a little bit more leeway, and you get those bonus rounds. So 5 comes in at number 4. And the final map I have in A tier, we have Der Riese. Der Riese is a very, very interesting map to rank on this list. You do have the special round that happens every 4 to 5 rounds. You have the infinite damage wonder weapon in the Wonder Waff that only kills 10 zombies at a time, but at least it's somewhat doable. The main strategy for Der Riese is pulling traps and running around like a lunatic, and just hoping the traps can recharge before you end up getting cornered. You can implement strategies like the ray gun in early rounds to force drops for the Wonder Waff if you so much please. But the only reason I have this at number 3 instead of number 1 is the mid-round dogs can be a pain if you're not paying attention. That's one reason why you have to keep the ray gun in your inventory to take care of the dogs on those higher rounds when dogs spawn in a lot during mid-round sessions. But yep, this map is all about getting the Thompson, getting them points up, and having the Wonder Waff for safe shots. But the triple trap strat, again, is very difficult to run perfectly, but it is enjoyable nonetheless. And I have 2 maps in A tier in terms of high round enjoyability. Coming in at number 2, you have Ascension. I have been running this map a lot if you guys have been tuning into the live streams, and it is very enjoyable. That's why I keep trying to run up games on the map. First off, you have to implement 3 different strategies while you're running this game. The first one is to run in the power room from rounds 1 to 64 if you are able to. I've only been able to run up to 45 just because I have been struggling and not having good max ammo RNG. And I can't tell you enough how important it is to get lucky 4-rounders from rounds 1 to 64 so you're able to stay in power as long as humanly possible. This map also introduced the new special rounds, aka the monkeys, that could be a pain in the ass if they go to take your perks, but they give you a max ammo, and if you're able to prevent them from taking all the perks, you are able to get a free perk from the monkeys as well, which can be very useful in high round situations. And the most important thing on why this map is an S tier, because they also give you an infinite damage tactical, aka the Gersh devices that you can throw down, kill a whole horde of zombies with only 1 Gersh and force that max ammo in the high round strat or in power strat. There's just a lot of ways to get max ammos on this map, and that is personally why this and the number 1 map are ranked this high, because high rounders just want to get the highest round possible in the shortest amount of time. Ascension could be a bitch past round 163 if you do get monkeys beyond 163, because they're wasting insta-kill rounds. But Ascension, very enjoyable trading, and especially in Power Room and Mule Kick, I cannot get enough of how difficult it can be to train in there. But Ascension ranks at number 2. And coming in at number 1, by everyone's surprise, if I see Cam the Scholar in the chat, bro, I'm gonna fucking murder him. But yes, we have Moon. In terms of high rounding, it's not even close. Moon, you have the infinite damage wave gun and the zap guns. You have, I believe, up to, I can't remember the exact ammo count because I have not run Moon enough personally, but I cannot deny in terms of high round enjoyability, Moon is by far up there. You're able to pack a punch the wave gun. You can run speed cola. You have every single perk you need on this map. And the high round strategy is pretty boring. I mean, you're basically camping out a window, shooting the wave gun and then the zap gun at the ceiling spawners. It could get annoying if you accidentally cancel a ceiling spawn because the record will no longer count. But in terms of just the hacker is basically the number 1 spot. Forget the map Moon, it is the hacker. The fact that you can hack drops, give yourself that max ammo, it is absolutely busted, and I cannot deny it when I say Moon is probably the most enjoyable high rounding map on Black Ops 1 Zombies. So here you have it. We got Moon at number 1, we got Ascension, we got riese, 5, Kino, Shang, Call of the Dead, Shinonuma, Knock, Ruck, Fuck That Ops Arcade. Hope everyone enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers and that monetization, so make sure to share it with your mom, your grandma, the zombie dog, the actual dog, the cat, the monkey, the zombie monkey, and we'll be on our way. Other than that, it's been Zach. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.